Hey, it's Nintendo Sony 2011 over here, aka MannyTendoWolverine. You know the rest of the intros and outros on this channel. We've been here long enough, but anyways, on this channel, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, everywhere else, like Blair TV, Brady Young, BitChute, and of course, I was gonna say Cloud TV, and all the other places in Parlor, etc. Anyways, and this is some pretty breaking ass news from the other day. I know I was gonna cover it last time, but I have some Sony news to cover, some more positive ass news before this negative BS news gets into the way of fucking things. Anyways, I heard this from the boy, the quartering. I know a lot of people don't like him, but hey, whatever. This dude right here, this MLB sports player, it's funny, the only two sports I ever care about is like some MMA, UFC stuff I'll watch occasionally, and baseball. I've never heard of this dude before, so he must have been an older guy. But anyways, this absolutely disgusting garbage human piece of garbage mother ever, even if he has thousands or millions of dollars. I don't care. I do not give a rat's ass. It's funny because 2 months ago, I think it was July or August, 3 months ago, Joe Rogan, he sort of said the same thing along the same line, except I had a little bit more extra respect for him compared to this dude. The Joe Rogan experience, I know he's a little bit of a controversial character. That's why it was 2018 or 19 last year, did it before. YouTube decided to demonetize him. So Spotify decided to hire him. And now I think he's starting to get a little bit more demonetized than Spotify now. And then he used to work with that dude Alex Jones for a little bit before he had his own TV series, Joe Rogan Experience, his podcast. Well, he's making an assload of money, but it is what it is. This former dude here, hopefully you guys can see it, and it's former MLB sports player, retired Major League Baseball player, Aubrey Huff claims that, video gamers don't get laid, and gets destroyed on Twitter. And you know what? Rightfully so. Usually a lot of people on Twitter, these SJWs and cancel culture people, and these crazy, I'm not going to get into the far left, far right thing, Democrat, Republican thing. To me personally, that's a false illusion. That's a left-right paradigm that these people, these elites, these Bilderberg, these etc. occultists, these NWO, globalists, people that probably worship, you know who, the underworld leader. I'm going to say that. And that's what they want you to believe, this fake left-right paradigm, Democrat, Republican. To me, personally, that's not real. Yeah, like, mentally and spiritually, that's an illusion. Maybe physically with all these stage setups with Joe Biden and Trump and all that. Yeah, physically they're real, but mentally and spiritually, it's an illusion. Don't buy into it. And when they say, the far left, the far right, it's the same, two sides of the same coin, man. Shout out to my girl, 7 Grains of Salt. I'll leave the link to her video. I watched about 40, 50 videos on her channel the other day because it's been almost 2 months since I watched her, and this chick is extremely knowledgeable now. So shout out to 7 Grains of Salt. She explains it a lot better. Anyways, this is Aubrey Huff is a former professional from Sportskeeda, and the other one's from Wheeling Around. I might talk about this. I'm extremely angry about this shit here, man. It's sad. As a former Major League Baseball player, he recently ended up on the wrong side of the community when he made an inappropriate remark of gamers. He's been called out on Twitter for taking a dig at grown-ass men and their ability to get laid. Aubrey Huff is quite a famous name in baseball circuit, having represented multiple teams such as the Tampa Bay Devils, Detroit Tigers, Houston Astros, and others over the course of a decorated career as a professional baseball player. Apart from baseball, the 43-year-old, so he's old enough to be maybe not my dad, but like my older uncle or older brother or something. It's my old man and my mom's. They're like almost in their 60s, so it's different. Alright, is also active on Twitter where he often shares his opinions on a wide range of topics. However, he decided to take a cheeky shot at gamers, which did not sit well with the game community as this tweet touched upon real raw nerve. Oh, no offense, I know he had this little thing says, you should fund the police. I'm not even getting that whole BLM and FARDA, like, freaking argument, because for me, that's a staged psyop illusion. That's not real. Even though physically it's real, but mentally, spiritually, that's extremely fake as hell. To me, that's like some government psyop stuff. That's not real. He says, he supports the police, and no offense to anyone if I have any subscribers or viewers or random people that are just stumbling upon this video for the first time. For the past 12, 13 years, I've never trusted the police. I'm sorry. I'm not saying, oh, all the criminals and murderers and people, like, they should be, like, innocent. No, I'm not saying that. They're just as bad. In my own personal opinion. Shout out to High Impact TV. He talks about that way more than I do. To me personally, and they are extremely scary mother effers. Not because, oh, I'm a Hispanic, Mexican person or anything like that either. Because usually, unfortunately, a certain group of people, unfortunately, they get victimized a lot more by cops than others. I'm not trying to say, oh, all cops are bad. Maybe there's a few that are good. But sadly, in the media, the bad outshine the good. Even though I talk about gaming and anime and all that, I'm keeping my ear to the streets on a lot of different topics. The internet streets and real life, too. If you have a family member, a friend, a cousin, grandma, grandpa that was in the police force, sorry, I'm not in that. So, Aubrey Huff, this is him. This is the man that said it, Aubrey Huff. Remember this name. Grown-ass man now playing video games. Ask yourself this. When's the last time you've been laid? I don't know. No offense to anyone that's from the South. I'm not making fun of your accents. But maybe that's where he's from. Because he's got the cowboy hat and everything. Calling out grown men who still play video games, Aubrey Huff's tweet clearly meant a little jibe at seemingly virtual lifestyles. This was also interpreted by a blatant means of the pandering to the old age stereotype which classifies gamers as awkward, being zero social skills. Bull freaking crap, that's the worst stereotype ever. And granted, when I was a 90s kid, yeah, it was kind of looked down upon for people in their 30s and 40s to keep playing video games. The stereotype's dead, man. That's gone in the water. That's crap up a creek. But let's move on. However, a large number of these grown-ass men did not take it lightly, and to call his uncalled attacks, responding to their own. And this is the shit where it gets crazy. To get the idea of how single tweet managed to arrange an entire game community, understand that Aubrey Huff has tweeted, received 9.8 thousand likes so far. It's probably way more now. It's probably like 40, 50,000 now. 12 retweets and a comment. It didn't get ratio though. Discrepancy is due to the fact that a large number of people from the gaming community took it upon themselves not to let this slip past them, and they replied to their own stellar comebacks. In a recent video, Mr. Hambley, the quartering, I was just listening about this on his channel the other day. That's where I heard this info from, so I'll leave the video down there if I remember. Responded to Aubrey Huff's claims. Sometimes I call him the snake in the grass, but there's other times where I do agree with this dude. Mr. Hamlet, if any people don't know, he's like, the dude says, what's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering. That dude. Oh my god. It's real. It's real. So this is what he said. There's some people who play video games for a living will make more money than most professional athletes. It's funny to me that this perception of gamers is still out there. These are the same idiots, boomers, and perpetuate the idea in-game behavior is somehow tied to their IRL life. I'm going to do it in this voice. No offense, I doubt if you're going to watch it, but if you do, Jeremy, I'm not trying to mock you. I'm just trying to do a voice impression. Gamers, I believe you'll get plenty of whatever you need in life. And you're not. It's absolutely not because of the video game. Anyways, says, check out some of the reactions online. It's an increased community call out Aubrey Huff and his unprompt, unnecessary attacks upon gamers. This is all the tweets here. I'm not going to read all of them. It's going to take forever if I do. Oh, wow. Damn. This one was good. Like this morning, then played a Ghost Samurai, Deadless and military passes in the afternoon. Steak for dinner. My girl will be getting my dessert. Some people prefer games over TV or books. What's the deal? Do CP 2077, Cyberpunk 2077 2 chain pull. You did a good tweet there. Thank you. And some people are just calling out his bullcrap immediately. I'm glad this dude got crapped on immediately. Even this dude, I don't know who he is, but I guess he's like a muscle, like training video influencer dude. He even called him out. So video gamer people, we come from all different walks of life. We're not just the fat, overweight slobs that don't get any you-know-what. Don't get laid and shit, you know? So this guy is completely lost. So it also goes on to say, by the time the pros step in, it was pretty much game over as the savagery in the comments section has reached astronomical levels. And I don't know if he's being hyperbolic or a little bit like overreactionary when he says that. This was a good one, the fat rap, because nothing gets you laid more than a profile picture with you standing in front of a flag with a cowboy hat and guns as if you were in a fucking video game. Shout out to this dude, the fat rat. I don't know who he is. Hopefully he's not like real political, but I'm glad he called him out on his BS. All I gotta say is this man is way out of touch with how society is nowadays, especially with being 2020. Even if it's a fake pandemic, scamdemic with the fake C virus going around, I don't believe that thing is real. I think it's fake. It's a staged government psyop, in my personal opinion. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, but that's how I see it. But this man got buried on Twitter. I'm glad Aubrey Huff, he got his ass handed to him in a very humiliating way. Let's get into some positive news, though. So it says, watch all the Japan's PS5 video games here. I'm not going to show the videos because I might get a copyright strike from Sony, and I don't want to do that. Selected Japanese YouTuber content creators and Steam streamers, or Steam streamed PS5 gameplay on Sunday, October 4th. More than 10 channels on the PS5 as a part of YouTube Gaming Week as a YouTube sponsor festival was held in this past week. This comes from Video Game Chronicles. I'm not sure Andy Robinson. Shout out to him. Alright, so it goes on to say most channels streamed as Astro Playroom. The demos included with the PlayStation 5 designs show off various features of the DualSense controllers. American journalist Jeff Keighley, very big, very respectable man there in the gaming industry. Let's move on. Already streamed Astro gameplay back in July. However, some channels streamed titles in the Astro, including PS5 gameplay from Godfall, Balan Wonderworld. I've never heard of that one. I know what that one is. Devil May Cry 5. It's unclear whether Western creators of social media will get their hands on the PS5. Hopefully, if that dude Spawnware Dreamcast guy, they get their hands on it, I'd watch them. That's usually some of the people I watch, but let's continue. On the PlayStation 5, but with the console's release barely a month away, it's likely to be soon. Sony recently announced PS5 release date November 12th in the United States, Japan, Mexico, Australia, and South Korea. These are all the videos here. The rest of the world will be getting the consoles for a week later, November 19th. That's always October. No, that sucks. In Europe, the Middle East, South America, Asia, and South Africa. The PS5 will be priced at $500, 500 euros, 450, I think, quids or European money. For the standard edition, a 400, 360, I don't know what this one is. I still know. For digital edition, with the only differences between them being the former and inclusion of a disc drive. Multiple retailers sold out for the PlayStation 5 just hours ago after the launch was announced on September 16th. That was last month. I remember this. Despite Sony telling fans that the pre-sales for the console will be following days. These are I guess, the real big giant YouTubers in Japan, Japanese YouTubers. That's cool. The PS5 subsequently apologized for the trouble in the PS5 launch over the promise to release more consoles on the retailers immediately. Selected retailers opened a second wave of the PS5 pre-orders on September 25th, which also sold out quickly. Amazon has also warned the PS5 pre-orders customers said that they may not receive their consoles on release date. I heard about that. I didn't cover that news. I heard about it. I'm not sure if it was, I don't know if it was speculatory or real. So I decided that if it was fake or real, I decided I wasn't going to cover it because it wasn't concrete evidence. But overall thoughts are just these Japanese YouTubers that are video game like influencers and Twitch streamers. Lucky SOBs. I'm a little jealous about that. Anyways, my friend, the last little bit of article news. I'm not going to be able to do my outro, so hopefully I'll see you guys later in the next future vlog, future content video. This is going to be on Friday, but I'm just going to focus my attention on this one here. You can read the rest of the article on your own time. So it's Tom Phillips here. I made, shout out to him that made this article. Pokemon Go rolling back a couple of key lockdown bonuses. This is what I was upset about, so I'm not going to be able to say my overall thoughts, views, and opinions, so I'll put it down in the description box below. Pokemon Go today adjusted various gameplay changes, including back in March, in the face of the global scamdemic pandemic. Some are being removed, and some are being maintained, and some will be seemingly made permanent. Most notably, hatching distances return to normal. This is the one that pissed me off real bad. Meaning that you'll need to walk the full 2K, 5K, 7K, or 10K kilometers. Distances would have been hauled back in spring. Eggs, or rather the incubators, are a key source of income for Pokemon Go. On the upside, the current contents are A little interested in long-term players on the downside can only use another incubator focus in-game to roll around the side and chase. Yeah, the shiny smooching with the bow hat, it's not going to be in there, and that sucks.